Hello and a very warm welcome to the Grassroots Weekend show. Hope everyone's keeping well out there and you've had a good day up to now. Well, it's been a little bit cold today, but it's been dry. No rain, so plenty of games going on, and unfortunately I know some of the grass pitches across Merseyside were cancelled due to the rain that we've had all week. And believe me, we've had some rain. I must admit, I think it was about 4 or 5 days to be honest on the run, and when there was no let up whatsoever, was there? Anyway, it was great to have young Dan in the show last night, on the show should I say, because he came across to the studio, took the time out because we can't do Spotify at the moment, and Spotify is where we can actually do it through the Mac that we've had, but hopefully in the next week or so we'll have that up and running, Spotify up and running, and we'll get together because we need the new equipment and we're just waiting to purchase that from Apple. And I want to get a new camera, new setup, things like this, you know, where we can have everything going basically, and it looks more professional, and believe me, it will look more professional. So looking forward to a new beginning, a new 2026, and let's put this year behind us, because to be honest, towards the end of the year I've had some poor bad luck, to be honest. So yeah, unfortunately, let's get this one out of the way and let's get myself an even number, and hopefully everything will even itself out. They'll always, you don't, when you have good news, come on, how many times have you had good news, and then with the, probably in the hour and the next day it's bang, you get something to take over that good news that you've had. It always happens to me, honestly. It's 1 step forward, 4 steps back for me all the time, honestly. It's just unreal the way life treats you sometimes, you know what I mean. And I've still been off sick, and I've had this bad injury, but honestly, unless this gets sorted out, the company I work for, then I'll take every risk and I'll come out with it, because I do support work. I won't go into detail at the moment until something may get sorted out. If it doesn't, then honestly I've just give up working with this company, and you'll hear all about it, and I want to take things further. So there you go. Watch this space, let's see what happens. Maybe not this week, maybe not next week, but yeah, it'll definitely come if something is not sorted out very quickly indeed. As I say, I hope you've had a great weekend, and it was great to have young Dan in on the show yesterday. We were talking about mental health, respect, refereeing, even young Jaden as well, who's out refereeing wrestling. So we get him back on the show after Christmas, and he can tell us all about it, because that's what he wanted to do and that's what he's taken up. So I'd like to see where he's got up to by now, and I know he's been having fights, so fingers crossed. Jaden has been very successful in all his fights and his training to do with wrestling. So we'll have a wrestler in the studio and we'll have a referee in the studio. That sounds good, doesn't it? I'll be the one in the middle. There you go, one of those things. And football, if you're out and about today, let's just hope that you had plenty of excitement on the field of play with the play. I saw 1 or 2 games and I really enjoyed them, even though it was cold. Kids were up to it, kids were playing football, great football. Lovely to see, honestly. It makes the day when you see kids happy and everyone shaking hands at the end of the game. That's what it's all about. And it was Christmas spirit, I must admit, right in the game and after the game as well. Great games I was watching, and it was nice to meet up with the committees as well. Bob, Peter, Julie, they were there, and even Bernie, who was there. We had a good conflab, and all the referees, Callum there, and managers. We were just talking away, we were having a good conversation. And as Peter said to me today after committee, he said, and said, you know what, that conversation, we've just sorted the whole country out. It was like Dragon's Den. We had answers for everything and what we could do to improve the company. You know, when you get into a conversation like that, it really is interesting. Well, we sorted it all out. Honestly, it's just unbelievable that we can't put it into perspective. And what I was doing, we were talking about last night, and I'd come up with a great idea here, and I'm sure all you Liverpoolians and Evertonians will appreciate this, because apparently tonight's game between Everton and Arsenal, they're worrying about congestion. And I've seen, you know, these fans, it's an 8 o'clock kickoff, and the fans have to get there and get home. It's probably easier getting there, but after the game, and especially if you lose, getting home, the congestion is going to be horrendous. What time is the game going to finish? What time are the fans going to get home? And I'd say it was way after midnight, the time these fans get home. So we're worrying about, because I don't think it's been well thought out, trains, parking, how to get the people home, very, very easy indeed. We all know for the first 20 minutes or something like that, it is hectic. And when Liverpool and Everton were playing, and Everton used to be at Goodison Park, everyone knows, all the away fans, everyone knows the way the system worked, and they had Priory Road right across, right by Stanley Park. All the coaches, away supporters were all parked there, so the fans just had to get there, and then there was plenty of roads open to make headway, even if you're in a jam, probably about 20 minutes. But walking, everyone was free-flowing, everyone could get home, buses everywhere, traffic everywhere, but it was all flowing, and it was movement, and you could get home pretty easily, I'd say. That's if you wanted to get home and didn't go to the pub. Well, I don't think there'll be many going to the pub tonight, or maybe they will, but they'll only have room for 1 pint or something before they close. So we're thinking, let's see how this one goes tonight. And I think it's going to be terrible. The fans are going to be screaming about it and saying they need to put more transport on, they need to do something to get us home handy after a match. Liverpool versus Everton, or Everton versus Liverpool, at the Hill Dickinson Stadium on the 18th of April. So, what do I have planned? I've got a great idea here for the fans. They're going to love it. You've got a derby ticket, and you can probably get more Liverpool fans in as well on this one. Now, work this one out. I think it's a great idea, and I want to put this to Liverpool and Everton. And no, it's not playing the game at Anfield. It doesn't have to be. It's the first derby game ever at the Hill Dickinson Stadium. And we're also proud because the referees, officials, assistants will be wearing our t-shirts during the warm-ups. So we want loads of photographs sent in to us. maratone@xtheline.com, please. Don't miss out on that one. If you're there for the warm-ups, which I should imagine be a lot of fans in there pretty early because the congestion that Hill Dickinson Stadium is causing at the moment for all the fans, and I should imagine that be the away fans as well. Lucky, and you Everton fans will disagree with this, that they're all from Merseyside going to the game. Yes, Merseyside. Now, if they fix the ferries as well, there'll be plenty of Everton fans coming in for that game as well. So, all the Welsh fans, there you go, all coming in to support Everton before you start on us not being from Merseyside. All our supporters are from miles away, all over the country. And yeah, they might do, because money talks. Money talks, season tickets, they can afford the prices. Sometimes 5,000 is nothing to someone who's rich. I'll have 4 of them tickets, and this is where the local fans are not getting a look in, to be honest, because, as we say, money counts. It really does. So let's go back to how do we stop the congestion. This is a cracker, this one. I really do believe this will work. Now, if we kick off on the Saturday, yes, and just allow 25,000 fans in. Just allow 25,000 fans in. Now listen to this. We could have, to stop all the congestion, we could have the first half on the Saturday and the second half with the other 25,000 fans on the Sunday. Wow, wouldn't it be easy with 25,000 fans making their way home? No congestion, easy, and you've still got your 50,000 fans that Hill Dickinson Stadium holds. What more could I say? I've just planned this today. I planned it with the committee and I put my idea to them. What an idea that is. First half on the Saturday, Second half on the Sunday, 25,000 fans on the Saturday, 25,000 fans on the Sunday. Job done. What more could we ask for? Hey, there you go. That's how you sort things out. What more could we say? What more could we say? Oh, you can have the same fans coming back. Okay, you're travelling twice, but it's easier. You'll get there quicker and you'll get home quicker. Hey, job done. Don't put me on Dragon's Den for nothing, you know. Just wish I was a millionaire to sort things out. Anyway, that could sort out congestion. I don't think that'd happen though somehow. But let's see how tonight's game goes in the Premier League. Arsenal versus, or Everton versus Arsenal. And I know quite a lot of Everton fans who are worrying about getting home at the end of it. But let's hope Liverpool beat Tottenham and Everton do us a favour and beat Arsenal as well, because we need to claw some of these points back. And I know there's all doubters out there saying you've got no chance of winning the league, but we've got every chance if we put a 10-game unbeaten run together. Think of it, we win every one of those games. Will the other team slip up? I think so, because pressure puts pressure on pressure. We know that. So anyway, never give up, always believe, and that's me, because I'm a Red, and we've done it before and we can do it again. Everything we put our mind to, we can do. And let's just hope the Liverpool players believe, because we're away to Tottenham and we know what happens when Liverpool play. Every team we come up against are like the world beaters. They're unbelievable. The football, everything comes out of them, the skills, the lot. You'd think they were unbelievable to be playing like that every week. No, it's just against us that these teams turn up. But let's hope Liverpool can prevent that by turning up themselves and making a game of it and really going at Tottenham's throats and start banging in 1 or 2 goals and putting them down. Because once Tottenham concede early, the heads will go down and maybe Liverpool can get 2 or 3. That'd be nice. That'd be lovely to see. But we know we're in for the game, and we know Everton are in for the game as well. And the other teams will be chasing. And I think Manchester City, if they play today, they go top. And then Arsenal, if they win, they go above them after the 8 o'clock kick-off. Well, I love my football, do you? Anyway, if you've been out and about, loads of respect, let us know, please. And we've been talking to managers and coaches and committee members as well regarding if these go ahead, next year's football changes, 3v3, etc. Won't go into detail because obviously it's all there for everyone to see. No one's really talking about it at the moment because they still believe it's early days. They're all talking about Christmas. So I put the question to quite a few managers, coaches, committee members and referees as well. And you know what? The feedback that I got is not positive for it. From all corners, it really isn't. People are doubting it, people are saying, and people are comparing it with 5v5s and the small-sided games that we brought in. We all had our doubts, and I for one did have my doubts. It is enjoyable, and then they bring in no head as well. I'm still unsure on that one. I don't like the kick-ins, I really don't. And now people say you'll adapt to these changes as well. Well, I can't see it. Just imagine on a full pitch you've got 4 games going. If this is the case, 4 games, 3v3, 24 kids, and how many subs on the sidelines, how many coaches on the sidelines? You know, confusing to say the least. Now, also, you'll have 4 footballs on the field of play if these games are going ahead. Now just think, more touches for the kids. Think if you've got one in each team who's really skillful on the ball, and the dad and the mum are shouting, we want goals, shows how many goals you can score. That kid is not going to be passing the ball. And it's the same, small-sided, 11-a-side football. You've got one kid who likes to take everyone on. How many times as a coach or manager or as a parent have you heard your child coming off or someone else's child coming off saying he never passes, she never passes? How many times? That will be the case here. Where do we dwindle it out? How do we make sure that these kids are high level? And if they are high level, it's not the child's fault. Are we going to say, oh right, we're going to now take that child out and there's a high level team, let's put him to that team? I don't know how football, grassroots football, is going to survive, to be honest. This is my honest opinion. This is what we're asking, and we'll find out more and more. How many leagues are going to be adopting the new changes when they come out from the FA for next season, 26-27? Remains to be seen how the pitches will cope, how the managers will cope, coaches, basically officiating, free kicks. Is there any penalties? No, because there's no goalkeepers. Where are we going to get our goalkeepers from? And people are saying at that age, no one wants to go and goal anyway. I know plenty of kids who do. Plenty of kids, so the goalkeepers are going to start late and going to be struggling in the future for goalkeepers then. Yeah, let's see what happens, you know. But this is the feedback, not my opinion. This is the feedback I'm getting. My opinion is, I think this is a bad move, all this, I do. Because if I was a coach myself and I was continuing to play football, coach at grassroots football, then I would be stepping down. Because me, I love team football, I really do, and not three-a-side. Because you may as well, in my opinion, take the kids to the park and let them have a kick around if you want more touches. That's what it's about. Just give them a 20-minute game, three-a-side, but I'd put a goalie in because it makes it, honestly, how many kids are going to be shooting? How many? And if you're going to bring laws out saying, oh, you've got to take 3 touches each before you can shoot, you've got to pass 3 times, it's confusing to the kids. It's making football harder. It really is. And all these laws, all these rules coming in is just going to make managers, coaches fed up, to be honest. And just think, well, do you know what? I've had enough. I really have. And hopefully they may leave the kids playing, or these teams will just go wander off and go play football matches on the park until they're old enough to get in a full-size team, and then it'll start later on. That's what you've got to watch for. Referees, you know, would have their opinions as well. They don't seem to want to do these sort of games. If they're small-sided now, they want to pull away from it and say, I'd rather do 11-a-side football. So, let's see. We've got that many referees now, and we won't be using them for 3-a-sides. And we won't be using goalkeepers either. Dear me. What is going on? What on earth is going on, folks? Let me know. And I'd love your feedback as well. Do you think it's going to work? mal@don'textheline.com, and tell me if yes, if it's going to work. Tell me the reason why. If not, tell me the reason why it won't work. And what's your opinion? Will you stay in the game as a coach? Will you be running a club? Will you keep the same team together and split them into 4 teams, 3 teams? All depends how many players you've got. Come on, let me know. Give us some feedback, and keep it nice and clean, please. Or you can even contact me on info@don'textheline.co.uk. Love to hear from you. Facebook, DM me, mal@don'textheline.com, info@don'textheline.co.uk. Facebook, DM me, Twitter, DM me, X should be saying, LinkedIn, DM me. Let's hear your feedback. What you think of the new changes that may come into effect 26-27. I'd love to hear your opinion on this. Anyway, I'd love to, if there's a league member as well, I'd love to hear your opinion on it also. Okay, we're doing well on the show at the moment. What we've got a lot of time for you, grassroots football. We need to be, whenever you're out and about, loads of respect. Keep your referee officiating. Mark down our date for the Respect Awareness Weekend, which we've created a little bit of history for ourselves, myself and Dan, over the moon on it, because on the 18th of April, the Merseyside Derby, the first ever Merseyside Derby at the Hill Dickinson Stadium, is history. But this, for our Don't X the Line CIC, is even more history, because our officials will be wearing the t-shirts during the warm-ups at the Hill Dickinson Stadium. Hillside is round the corner. from me, and I'm getting mixed up. I'm a Liverpool fan, I don't remember all these names for the blue side, do I? Anyway, and I'd love, or we would love, all the fans to take photographs, keep hold of them because it is history, and it'd be brilliant. Okay, we're based on the Merseyside area, but we're a national campaign. We've got support all over the country, and we'll be wishing the likes of the Lostock Hall and Sheffield and District League, Junior League, Sunday League, all the best tomorrow because it's our last show for Christmas. So we'll have some Christmas spirit there tomorrow. Won't be giving any mince pies out, but honestly, we can only thank everyone for the support that we've had this year, and especially for mental health and our choir, Heart of Gold choir, they're brilliant for singing the song Lean on Me. 1925, 2025, don't know where I'm getting 1925 from. But what a choir we put together, and those kids, I wish each and every one of them an extra special Christmas, and I hope they get everything that they want this Christmas, honestly. I'll be sending me messages out to all the families there to make sure that they all have a lovely Christmas, and we might have a little surprise for them after Christmas because we might want them to team up once again to sing another song. Honestly, and don't forget, we'll be promoting and pushing One Light Matters. One Light Matters. Honestly, Joe Jones, who came up with the idea, I think it's going to be amazing, and we want to get involved. We'd love to get involved, and we'd love to help to promote it to make this happen. But watch this space, we'll tell you more about that when we have Joe and Jack on the show. We'll be talking about it, honestly. So there you go, we've come to the end of our show. Saturday, one more show before Christmas, which is tomorrow. So please, everyone tune in. And if you've got anything that you want to add onto it, please don't forget, email me or contact me on social media. And I can put those messages out tomorrow on the last show before the big one. Big Red comes and it's Christmas. For myself, Mal Lee, and all the team here, have a great day. We'll be back tomorrow around about 3 p.m. So from Don't Cross the Line, Heart of Gold initiatives, No Ref, No Game, Respect programme, one step ahead on mental health. We'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy your day, and come on Liverpool, and come on Everton. Let's see what happens. We're both fighting to be above each other. Wow. Look forward to seeing what the results are later on. See you tomorrow. Cheerio for now.